I shall take a... Right. Hopefully we are all good. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sue. Hello, Anne. Lovely to see you here very quickly today. Helps if I mute. It's I hope you guys are keeping warm, those of us in the southern hemisphere, because it's freezing today. I had to go out and run some errands for the upcoming 21st party, and it was freezing. The wind was blowing right through me, gloomy, raining, and 11 degrees at like 9:30. Right, everyone's working. That is great. Sue is early, so congratulations, Sue. I'm highly impressed. It never bothers me whether you're late or not, but I'm excited that you're excited. So if you were here on Tuesday, I made Lavender's 21st birthday card, which she loved, but I think she liked the personal message inside just as much as the outside. So yes, yesterday went very well. She had a lovely day, and now we're just gearing. Sorry, people are in my kitchen making lunch and dropping trays. Yes, so sorry, distracted. Yes, so we're just in party preparation mode because we've got 2 parties on Saturday. Hello, Jackie, or are you Jax or Jackie? Jackie? Jax. I'll let you tell me. Lovely see you all. Hello, Debbie. Nice to see you. Nice to see some new names. Lovely. Now, if anyone is watching but can't join in on the live chat, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel. I have restricted it to subscribers only because we have had some trolls in the past and some not very nice people giving us not very nice messages. So just keeping it with our subscribers. So hopefully we don't have those people, and I don't have to ban people and so on in the middle of a live, because we're here to make a card. We're not here to kick people off and have them bring down the mood. So I don't even think I've said, my name is Ellen Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' up here in apparently sunny Central Coast of New South Wales. The sun is out, but it is a cold day. I have my customers here in Australia, and I have demonstrator friends and all of you amazing crafty people from Australia and around the world who hang out with me, who watch my videos, and I love to inspire you and gather you in my little community. So, oh, hello, Leslie. You, Jacinta. Sorry, Jacinta, I totally butchered. Totally butchered you there. Oh, there's pasta being reheated in my house and it smells amazing. But it's not lunchtime for me yet. It is time to make a card using the Layers of Beauty stamp set. I haven't bought this out for a while. So this is a stamp set that also has dies that go with it. We're not using the dies today. And it also has a decorative mask set, so you can easily use the mask to color. Not sure if I'm using those today or not. Probably not. I'm probably just going to do a quick Stampin' Blends coloring of this today, because I'm going to spotlight that image with how I designed the card. So I've seen something and I'm going to try and replicate it today. Okay, have I missed anyone? No. Awesome. Okay, so let's flip around. There we go. Try not to give you too much seasickness, because I'm just a one-man band here with one phone that I film off. The advanced here, we're just doing it basically. Okay, let's see how I go with that. I think I'm fairly centered and straight. I will go hit the lights so we don't get all the shadows. Yes, Mr. Woodbridge. Oh, okay. Mr. Woodbridge is going to get the lights. Look at that. Saves me. Thanks.
Well, which one do you want back on? The bottom one?
Yes, please. He just launched us into darkness. How rude. Do you just want to do the door as well?
Yes.
Then that way it doesn't matter how loud everyone gets. Because it's lunchtime for the herd. Okay, I have also grabbed out my stamp positioner. I find this is a really big stamp. It's a huge stamp and well loved. And I find using my stamp positioner heaps easier to use than just on our big blocks. Now, the reason I don't love the big blocks is I have really small hands. So it's not the easiest thing. That can stay on the floor. It's not the easiest thing for me to use the blocks. So I am going to start stamping. This is a card front size piece of basic white cardstock. I'm going to stamp it in basic grey ink. Now I will be using Stampin' blends, and I can do that using basic grey ink. It does not run at all, which is really, really good. Okay, so let's just pull this off, and I just want to pop it down like so, roughly in the middle. Okay, so now my stamp is clean. It has been stained by Stays On ink, but it works perfectly fine. No issues at all. It's just stained, and that is just the hallmark of a very well used stamp, which I love. I don't have many that are black, but because this is a colouring stamp, and I've obviously, I think I used watercolour pencils once upon a time with this one, and oh my god, that actually stamped really quite well. I think I just want to add a little bit of extra ink just to these flowers here, just to get perfect. Nah, do you know what? I'm going to do a second stamping of the whole image, because that just created it a little bit darker there. And I actually really do like that extra dark look. That's nice and bold. This side is a little bit darker. Does it really matter in the whole scheme of things? Absolutely not. Oh, we have more New Zealand friends. That's awesome. Just across the ditch. I'm going to clean. No, I shall clean that now. So you guys know, or some of you may know, some of you may not. So I just go over this with a microfiber cloth just to get rid of majority of the excess ink. Now, I am going to come in with a brand new, well, almost brand new, clean chamois. You guys know I have been using my last chamois for a really long time. I wish I could remember how long it was, because it eventually did get smelly. But I know a lot of people say, oh, my chamois gets really smelly. So I use demineralized water with mine, and I just have it in a water bottle, and I just spray this just to keep it moist. And I reckon I had my old one for years, just kept in one of our clear cases. You can buy them in, I think, a set of 4, clear case, and when the edges are the bits that dried out the most, but I just give it a couple of sprays and it's all good. And I think it got smelly because it had so much ink in it, because I don't actually rinse this out underwater at all. I just use the demineralized water on it and let it get inky, because I was finding when I was, oh my word, when I was using tap water, it would get moldy and stinky really, really quickly. So I switched to demineralized water that I just get from the supermarket. So it's basically the water you put in your iron, and it's been great. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, that is all closed. I don't think I will need my stamp positioner again. I do need to close this. No idea what colour to go for with this. What's tickling my fancy? Because I just have my Stampin' blends in the Stampin' storage. Oh, do you know what? I might use Strawberry Slush, because I don't think I've used my Strawberry Slush blends at all. And I think that will be a beautiful deep pink to use. Okay, Strawberry Slush. Yeah, when you haven't used them, you want to get them out. Okay, just making sure we're all working okay. Oh, wrong end. I really do need to look. Bullet end, brush end. It's not hard. Hello, Sharon. How are you? And would you believe it's still sunshine outside? Okay, this is going to work beautifully. I just need to tell my hands to settle down and stop being, they're a little bit twitchy at the moment. So I am going to go in our 3 roses are going to be Strawberry Slush, and then I'm going to give you a choice for what our little daisies are. Okay, so I need to know what color to do the daisies. So this is our dark. So I am just going to go in here where it will be dark, and all these places that lap over. So am I being particular? Absolutely not, because nothing in nature is that way. So literally just following those lap over lines, and then I'm going to come in with my light, and I'm colouring myself at the same time, and I'm going to go in with this and do, this is really just blending that harsh line out. Now in some places we are going to have, oh, I forgot these bits up here. In some places we're going to be really quite dark, like the center, and then in other places we are going to get these really nice light spots, which is what we want. So we want that light and that dark. So you can see that already. So I am being aware of the edges. Will it be perfect? No. Will there likely be a few white spots? Yep. So I am just taking it one flower at a time, and just keep in mind these will dry back a little bit differently. So like some of the colours go on really quite fluoro. What goes on? Oh, the Flirty Flamingo. It goes on so fluoro, but it does dry back to be lovely. So you can see where I've gone really dark and where I've blended and where I've gone really light. So let's go on to this one. And we've got a dark line here, but also there, because we've got that overlap. Down here and down there. Keep twisting and turning because I find that works really well for me. Okay, oh no, just one spot along there. And then this is a smaller one, so I've just got to think if I want those really nice lighter bits, I do need to just be a little, not lighter handed, just smaller bits of blending. So when was the last time you used your Stampin' blends, guys? I would I'd love to know, because I feel I did. I used them. What did I colour in? Because I've got some here, because I need to see if I have replacements for them. I did use them recently. There we go. So I've done majority of my blending. I kind of lost track. That's okay. So I'm now just going over with one layer, where the other bits I've got multiple layers. So I'm just going through with that single layer. Went outside the lines a little bit there. That's okay. So are you liking the strawberry slush? I think they give a really nice, oh, you can see the color difference there, how much this dries back. So I am just using like normal basic white cardstock, and it colors on beautifully. But look at the difference from when it's wet to when it dries. And you can see that light darkness that I'm talking about. So has anyone told me what color they want me to do the daisies? Now that you've actually seen what color this dries to, I would love to know, are we going with a contrasting color, or are we going with a similar pink color? What are we doing here? And just under that lip there. Okay, that one's nice and easy. Make sure I put the right cap, because the caps are coloured light and dark, which helps things immensely. A little bit there, a little bit there. We'll have that shine in the middle. So some of these are quite small, so we don't need to do a hell of a lot. Okay, go back here, go there, because that's a turnover of a petal, so that's going to have a beautiful light sheen on it. I find flowers quite, these style of flowers, quite easy to colour, because they're already telling you where everything laps over, that's where everything is light and dark. Timid Tiger, light yellow. Ooh, well, I could do Timid Tiger on one side, and I could use Lemon Lolly, because I do have a couple. Right, let's get Timid Tiger. I really like that idea. Or should I use Darling Duckling? Because that is, okay, that's very nice. And this is Timid Tiger Light. So I always do like to try them, because I haven't used this colour either. Yes, so you can see the difference between the light and the dark there. Now, this is actually going to be very, very particular. Okay, because we have such a small area to work with that I'm literally just using the bullet end. Okay, so let me check the bullet end. Hello Beryl, how are you? Okay, I think I'm going to have to very light-handed use the brush end. Okay. Okay, I'm doing okay. Slow and steady, being deliberate. And if I go outside the lines, so be it. Okay, so I've done those ones. So and we wanted light yellow, so I suggested lemon lolly because that is our lightest yellow, and I may do those buds in the timid tiger, but let's go here. We do need to test again. So this is the actual same cardstock. It is just a scrap. Oh, that's so delicious. I do love my lemon lolly. So that was the dark, and I know already I want to use. Okay, great. So it's nice and light, but I forgot to check the bullet end because sometimes there is weirdly a discrepancy. No, they're pretty much right on. Okay, so let's actually, that is a lot lighter. Just let's see how precise I can be with this. Okay, and I have a tinsy one here, I have one here, and I have one here. Okay, that's good. And I like that we'll have 2 lots of yellow and the 2 lots of the timid tiger. That's going to work really nicely. Hey Sheila. Sheila, were you here before? Am I just saying hello? No, you weren't here before. You've just popped in. How lovely. Okay. So who has this set and has maybe been ignoring it like I have? Because it's such a beautiful set and we can do so many gorgeous things with it. I have done lots of things with this, actually, including a class. So I did do a class with this, and I think it's still available if you would like to purchase it. I've got the link in the description box. So I'm just going deeper right at there, and then pop this out, and I've got to think what colour I want as my flower center. Okay, perfect. Great. I'm gonna have to grab a container to put all my blends in because this is getting a little silly. Oh, do you think my containers want to actually disengage? Oh, yes, Sheila. She loved her card. She very quickly looked at the outside, then read the inside and went, oh, and then she looked at the outside and went, mushrooms. And then today while I was at Spotlight, which is like a craft and haberdashery shop, I was ordering the I was ordering the balloons for Saturday lunch, and I saw this really cute neon mushroom, so I had to buy it, and she got very excited, and she actually saw it herself. I'm just trying out some colours for the flower centres. So this is dark pumpkin pie, which is going to work really nicely for the yellow ones. And then I might actually just use dark lemon lolly for the timid tiger ones. Actually, that was silly. I just should have used timid tiger. How silly of me. But that's okay. So if I grab my dark lemon lolly and just dab those two flower centres, and just dab this one, perfect, great. Leaves, what colour do I want them? And scaringly, I am going to put this on the inside of the card. Just so you know, I'm doing all this colouring and this is going to go on the inside of the card. Let me do some colour testing here. I'm maybe even thinking like Lost Lagoon. I just want to see. Oh, now see, Lost Lagoon actually looks really good in between those colours. I'm going to go for it. And I cannot believe I just got spot on it. Hate it when that happens. But we're just going to go with it. The leaves are pretty easy to do. Whoops. As you just pop some some colour in the veins at the base, and then you blend it out. And I've got a leaf there, and I've got a few leaves here, and I think I've got them all. So that was the dark Lost Lagoon, and it looks so good. Really happy with that. Oh yes, and that one is definitely lighter. So now I'm not doing any of that extra blending I did with the roses, because these are, I shouldn't say just the leaves, but these are the supporting friends. So they're there, but they're not the ones that are the star of the show, at least for this one. I know there are a couple of buds there. I miss them. And we're just going to do this. We may go outside the lines here. I'm not worried. Not worried at all. Oh, I miss these ones. They can just get the light on them. Great. Doing quite well. Now I do want to grab the bottom of those. Here we go. I missed this one. Missed that one a little bit. Oh, I missed these ones. Okay, so truly this has not taken me long to colour at all. Okay, not long at all. So there we go. The Lost Lagoon isn't quite dry, but it has definitely complemented the lemon lolly and the timid tiger well as the strawberry slush. Oh, nice, Anne. That's very nice. What do you give them in their card kits? So I think I'm going to make a landscape card. I think I actually want to play on the Lost Lagoon. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, this might be fun. Sorry, I'm having ideas about how I'm designing this just while I go. But I think the Lost Lagoon is going to be absolutely perfect. Yes, that is going to be wonderful. I do think I want to trim it down just a little bit. So I can see this side has a little bit more. So we're going to take 1/2 centimetre off that side, and I am going to lose some leafage off this end as well. Okay, and I think we'll still have our splodge partially there, but I'm okay with that. Oh, I don't lose much leaf at all. That's good. I'm totally okay with that. That looks a little more balanced. Great. That's wonderful. Now, I do just want to take a smidgen off here, just to even things out, so you can see just a smidge. One thing I love about the Stampin trimmer, you can take those tiny pieces and it doesn't matter. Okay, I hope I've got more Lost Lagoon cardstock actually. No, that's fine. Is that, I just want to see if I have like a large card front piece, but these are definitely, oh, that doesn't belong in there. Okay, right. This is going to be perfect. Okay, so just pop that back there momentarily. So I am going to, because I want a bit of a flap on the end, I am going to cut this the wrong way because this is a card front piece. So I want to cut at 10.5, and I think I just want to cut it at 6 inches. Okay, just go with me here because I want to create a bit of a window. Okay, so then I want to bring it probably a little, oh, I haven't left enough of a flap. Damn, that's okay. They are all good scraps. We are just going to start again. That didn't work. Oh, nice. Very nice. And do many of the ladies make up the cards, and gentlemen, if that's what they would like to do? Okay, so 10.5. Great. Let me just pop that in there. I want to score a little bit over what we need. This is what I should have done in the first place. So I'm scoring it at like 15 centimeters. And then I just want enough of a flap. So this is like about 1.5 centimeters. Yeah, about 1.5 centimeters. And I'm going to cut. So then I've got a flap for adhering. Okay, I can go over there. So I'm not going to adhere it yet though. So I have my card base. I have this that is going to go on right there, and then this piece is going to go over the top and flap open. So we're going to flap open, then flap up. If anyone is an Amelia Rossiano fan, you can just realize exactly what I said, and I didn't mean it. But what I want to do, I want to create a window on the front. So I have to get out my dies to see what's going to work for a window. Sorry, I'm just trying to put my stamp positioner away, and it didn't want to go, but I made it go. Oh, that's awesome, Anne. And do they buy them or do you donate them? Because either way is awesome. No, a flag isn't going to work. A bauble isn't going to work. Sorry, I'll just bring them up here for a sec. So maybe you can see. No, that's just flowers. Nope. Hibiscus isn't going to work. Okay. Stylish shapes may work. I don't think that is big enough. Textured notes could work. Just grabbing out all of the ones that could work. Oh, nested essentials. That might work with our coffin shape, as everyone keeps on telling me it is. But this is symmetrical. A coffin isn't symmetrical like this. Oh, that's lovely, Anne. Yeah. Nope. Layers of beauty. So this is the dies that goes with the stamp set that we've used. Don't think perennial postage. Okay. Perennial postage I think is a bit busy for what we'd like. Oh, now Spotlight on Nature may work. Okay, no. Okay, we are all done here. I'm just going to pop this off to the side, so then we make a decision. I can put the outcasts straight in there. Okay, so what I actually want to do is use the die on the image. So the one I thought that would work really, really well is Nested Essentials. So we are making like a spotlight fun fold card. So I'm thinking this second one. If not, I'll go the third. Oh, I think I already need to go the third one. Okay. Let's pop that back. Of course, I put this down rather than putting it away. Ah, that is a beautiful vista into the card. I think that works very nice, and the fact that it's a landscape card is going to work really nicely. So all the other options can go away. I really do think that is the best. And I'm going to need my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine now. And I think I want to add some stamping to the front once I have cut it. So just... Sorry, I'm about to lose I knew I was about to lose a plate, but it wasn't the one I thought I was going to lose. Oh my dear word. Okay, I have my 2 clear plates. I have my 2 white plates as well. So, roll this back, spin this around so it's right-handed for myself. Okay, I'm going to pop plate 1 and plate 2 in. And then I'm going to pop this one. I'm just mixing up my plates now. I'm going to pop this, and I am going to roughly center this piece. Do you know what? That's the wrong side. So we're going to get the cutout, and we are going to get we're going to get the embossing on it as well. I think that's pretty close. So let's just jam that down, roll that through. Okay, rightio. See, we don't get the embossing on the outside, but I do get the beautiful pressed edge, which is why I love using dies, because the pressed edge is gorgeous. Now I am going to add that stamping I was just talking about, because I think it'll just jazz up the front, because the front is still the front, but it's just not the star of the show. So that is that way. Okay. Now this piece I'll put in my use it up box for another day. Stamp set. Do you know what? If I was a smart person, which sometimes I am, I would pop this back in its pouch so we don't lose any dies. Wonderful. Have a quick squeeze. Okay, stamp set. I think we're going to be using the whole big one, and I'm going to be using this block that I very unceremoniously dropped on the floor. Okay, I have the block. I've wiped it off. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Okay, you're coming in towards the tail end, but I hope you enjoy and you can watch on the replay. Okay, because we are using Lost Lagoon cardstock, I would love to go over this with Lost Lagoon ink. Now, I am going to need a scrap under here. Oh, I've got 2 pieces of paper. Don't need 2, I only need 1. Of course, the second one doesn't want to go back. Right, okay. Here we go. Let's see how we go. Could have also stamped this before I die cut, but I just chose not to. Okay, now very carefully for my hands, pick this up and let's just stamp that down. Yes, I did just drop that in the ink pad, but that's okay. That's why we have this. Okay, so you can see that tone on tone look is just beautiful, and it gives a really nice pattern to the outside. So now that I've got this first one down, I need to be a little bit more intentional. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my finger that doesn't want to straighten out to straighten out. Okay, so there we go there. There is a little bit of a gap there, but that's fine. Hey, Donna and Dawn, how are you? Okay, and just one last piece that I think will go beautifully, like right there. So there we go. We have our stunning pattern on the front now. And that was just stamping it, what, 3 times. That's not too bad. So just wipe any excess of this, which will make cleaning it later so much easier. Okay, block can go there, close ink pad. Now I'm not sure if I'm using a sentiment on this. I personally don't think I will need a sentiment. Can someone tell me where my scissors are? Oh yes, she did. Thank you, Donna. Loved a card, and we bought her a big present that she already had. So she got that big present earlier this month, late last month, and I'm there going, oh my god, what am I actually going to give her on the day of her birthday? And then I remembered Mum and Dad, as in me, Mum and David Dad, were actually really smart. When Lavender was a baby, we got the stamp collection for the year she was born, we got the coin collection for the year she was born, and my mum and dad had bought a bottle of port that had a personalised label from when they were born. So I was able to, hey Bonnie, I was able to give her a very personalised gift of those things, which she absolutely loved. So they weren't, I didn't have to spend a cent. I just gave them to her, and she went, did you really get me these things when I was a baby? And I said, yes I did, and I haven't hidden them. And she asked where I had them for the last 21 years, and literally they were just sitting in one of our cupboards. And it's the cupboard where my printer paper lives, so they've been in that cupboard plenty of times, but they've never actually asked anything about that cupboard. So I thought that was quite funny. So by all purposes, this is the front of our card, because our card is going to open this way. But we're going to add the peekaboo. Okay, so I want to add the peekaboo on the inside. What do I want to? I really do want to use wet glue, because I think it's just going to work better. But, so, I want to put it this side. So I want to put it just a bead down here. I can't draw straight lines, as I just showed you. Okay, so I want, just making sure, yes, I want to put this piece right in here. Now there will be some trimming that will need to happen. So you can see we have this beautiful peekaboo. So it's a little bit long. No, I just need to trim a sliver off here. So it opens sideways, which I will get eventually, and then it opens this way. Should I have probably put that piece on the back of the card? Yes, but we can just do that. I will need a card insert just because of the type of card it is. So do we like that design? So my main question is, do I need to add a sentiment or something to the card? I'm really happy though. We can see the main flower and we can see the 2 clusters of daisies. So I'm really happy that I used the nested essentials dies. I think that worked really, really well. Okay. Glimmer, don't put it on a dirty stamp. And I may just also do a little stamp on the inside as well. So 10. I'm not going to cut all the pieces, I'm just going to cut the piece that I need for the moment. Okay. There we go, all in there for next time. So what I think I want to do is just to grab this little stamp here and just pop it in the corner. So nothing crazy, although I could. I'm having ideas of being a little crazy. And I just want to go in with our basic grey. Okay, that's open. Let me do this. This is a very, very cute little stamp, and I might want to take some buds. And this way we're using everything. So just put the buds there. Can you just get off and stay? Okay. And I just want to put the buds in there. They work really well. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. But I am going to make these the strawberry slush on the inside. So just give them a really, really simple colouring. Just because this is such a deep colour, just trying to not overwhelm it too much. And then just go in, and I literally use the side of the brush end as a stamp. That's basically what I'm doing, is just stamping it down lightly, of course, but that does actually basically fills in the whole petal. And then I will just take my dark lemon lime twist, do the flower centers, and then we will do lemon lime twist, lemon lolly. Wash my mouth out with soap. And then I will take the Lost Lagoon and do our leaves, but I do just want to fill these in with light strawberry slush. I want to take the darker one first. And of course, if you're learning, you would probably want to go light then dark, not dark then light. It's just, I've been using these for so long, I'm fairly confident when I put down my dark that I can make it work. So there you go. That is just our little hint on the inside. It's not very often I decorate an inside, but alas, here we are, and I have done that. Okay, so open this up, close this ink pad. Actually, no, I won't. I'm just got to wonder about which sentiment we might like to use. So I'm going to put the stamp set here. Do you want me to use one of these sentiments, or do you want me to grab something from another set? Which of course I can do. Or do we leave it sentimentless? And I still do need to trim that front flap, just because it's a little long. Okay, pick it up, give it a bit of a, oh, that moved itself when I picked it up. Perfect. Oh, no, it moved too far. Okay, perfection. Wonderful. Okay, let's trim this front. No one's telling me if I should add a sentiment. I do kind of feel it needs a sentiment. So once again, we're just going for a slither. Did that work? Oh, that worked perfectly. So once again, another little slither. It's not a one-off. This trimmer really does do slithers really well. Ah, thank you, Bonnie. I saw it somewhere and I went, oh, not with this stamp set, with a totally unrelated stamp set. And I thought, oh, I wouldn't do that. Sorry, just having a drink. I want something swoopy because it's quite sophisticated, I think. I don't think I want block letters or anything. I just want something, a sentiment that's, see, I'm thinking a birthday. I could use birthday wishes, my go-to stamp set here, or I could build together happy birthday with the birthday celebrations, but this one I can definitely punch out, which makes it a little more attractive, that I can punch it out and put something probably here. Let's have a look. I do have my labeled with love, so I think I want to stamp in Strawberry Slush just to, I just dropped my cloud cover ink spot wrong way down on my floor. Just let me grab my grubber so I don't get inky hands. And of course it dropped again wrong way over. So there it is. Now I need to find the lid, which is right here. Great. Okay, that is all safe. Or do I just want to leave it grey? I think I definitely want to use basic white though. I think we do need a bit of colour on the outside. I'm thinking basic grey because the front is so colourful. Bling on the front, sentiment inside. Really? The only thing that annoys me, Anne, is there is no happy birthday in this set. So look, I'm going to try it, and if I don't need to stick it down, I can definitely stamp the birthday wishes by itself. So nothing's, you know, I'm not hurting anything by doing what I'm about to do. Okay. Birthday wishes, lovely, beautiful, always stamps. So lovely each time I use it. So if not, it'll just be another project. Now you're probably there going, what are you doing? I'm actually going to make this shorter. Okay, that can go in recycling. I've created a lot of recycling this week, not just through card making, but my recycling bin is quite full. Okay, so I'm going to, once I can grab it, please stop doing that. Pull that through. Right, so I took off about so much. I somehow think it's not going to work. But anyway, it may be a colour thing, but let's see. Yeah, I think it's too much. Now, bling. Bling is my issue. Thank you, Sheila. Jacinta, you are the font of all knowledge, and I should have listened to you. And we are going to put birthday wishes on the inside. There we go. Is it straight? No. It will do. It will do. Okay, now, Lost Lagoon. I do not know if I have any, or do we just use like pearls? Because it's that kind of card that I'm thinking maybe, maybe a scattering of these might work. These are the antique ones, or we can use the normal ones. Pearls, yes. I don't have any current vellum to use, Anne, so I unfortunately won't be doing that. Okay, so could just do I knew that was going to fling. I knew. Okay. Could do a little cluster here, and then this ain't gonna work. Yeah, there we go. And then a couple up here. It just makes it less papery. Just wanna, that's a bit better. It's not. Okay, so what do we think of that? Ah, hi Lisa. Yes, you almost missed it, but I'm so glad I could say hello to you. So that is our front. Then we have our inside front, and then we have our decorated inside. Ah, thank you. So today we have used the Layers of Beauty stamp set. I stamped it with basic grey ink that is actually safe to use with our Stampin' blends. The sentiment on the inside is from Simply Said, And the colours that we used today, I'll just open the flap here. So we used Strawberry Slush, we used Lost Lagoon, Timid Tiger, Lemon Lolly, and I used Dark Lemon Lolly and Dark Timid Tiger. So that's all we did there, and I repeated the Strawberry Slush on the inside. So this was inspired by a card that I saw. Did not use any of these sets. They did use a big floral, but it wasn't even a Stampin' Up card I saw. But they just used a big floral with an opening on the front. And I went, oh my God, that's going to work so well. So hopefully I've inspired you to try an easy fun fold card, because there's not much to this, and it's still, I say that, where's my bone folder? No, I won't be here, Donna. I won't be able to see Linda's live at 2, but I'll be driving. So there you go. That's what it looks like from the top when it stands up. So you still do get that view through to your big flower piece, which is the layers of beauty. And of course I use the antique pearls just to finish off the front. So we did try and put some sentiment on the front. That didn't work. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed me showing you something a little bit different. Yeah, I have a very big weekend this weekend, so I will be sharing a little bit, but I haven't handmade anything for the party or anything like that, although I did buy this notebook. So just a notebook from Officeworks, and I want people to put life advice. So I may put something on the front, like personalize the front, and maybe put Lavender's life advice or something like that on the front. And of course I also bought some purple pens. So these are actually purple ink for them to write in there. So I may have to do something about that tomorrow, because I'm going to have no time on Saturday morning picking up cakes, picking up balloons, and getting to the venue and setting up. So I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I will see you back here next Tuesday. As far as I know, at this stage, no time changes, same time, same place, and have an amazing one. Bye.